Hello everybody, Daisuke here, and today we are going to be doing the Fluff and Fury card game collection, and we're going to start with getting set up and getting your cards, the whole shebang for that part. And we will run, no, I think we'll walk, I don't have a good run AO. So, when I say card collecting, your first pack that you get when you first start is your beginner pack. It is free. And then you can buy packs or win packs and trade, auction. So there's lots of ways to get cards. So when you first get here, you have touch to register. So you're going to want to get your email. You're going to submit it. You're going to open up chat. You'll copy the temporary password it gives you. Open the link. And then once you do that, you want to change your password. So I'm going to do that real quick. And let's get your starter kit. Join the group. The group is free. And when you get your starter pack, it'll be in your recents as FF starter pack. And once you join the group by clicking the link in open chat, you can res. But you don't want to res on the ground here. Things will disappear. But if you get to any of these stickers, you can res there. So now in your starter pack, you'll have your your starter deck where it says res that to the ground. You'll left click once. On the back of these cards, you'll see the art. On the front, you'll see the cards themselves. Let me switch to midday. No, I am on midday. You'll see the cards themselves. And you'll have your power and the abilities, and we'll go over that. To redeem them, you just left click it. They'll disappear. And you'll see in open chat. Make that a little bit bigger. The starter pack successfully touched, deleted. And they will be on your website, those 10 cards. When you first get here and you do all that, I suggest coming back here. You get a free spin. This has a 24-hour time on it, so by this time tomorrow you can spin again. I only got one fluff buck. But when you get enough fluff bucks, you can come over to here and get some more decks. And these are like old decks that they don't sell anymore. And then you have your lucky chair cards where you can get your cards from as well. And then to buy cards, if you just want to buy them real quickly, you can look and see what they have on rotation. So your rotation cards are out here, and this is just what's in season for selling. And you can also, and we'll just cam out here so you can see, lots of people have stalls. So you can come out and see what they have and buy from there. And then you have the auction house and other games you can do. So, now that we have that, let's go back to Pick and Play. And we will do a round of games once I get my camera over here. These are the terminals that you get with the game. And when you have to res out 2 of these and 1 of these bricks. And these are called your servers. And you have to pair your terminals to your server. And if it asks for a code, the code will be on your server right here. So when you go to make your deck for the first time, you'll go to the website, you'll go to My Collection, and you'll go to Deck Editor, and you'll only have 10 cards. So you can just click all 10 of your cards until they load up into those empty spots. Once you do that, just save deck. You can name it whatever you want. I'm going to name mine Starter Deck. Sorry, y'all can't see that part. And to join in a game, you just left click join, and you'll see your account name show up down here. And then we will start the game. Oh, let's see what happened. I might have issues. Okay, so all I did was reactivate the deck, and we'll start the game. Now, my cards are on the bottom, their cards are on top. So whatever terminal you're at, yours will always be on the bottom. And then we will go over these real quick. Your damage card is just regular dealing standard damage. Your AoE is area of effect cards deal standard damage to all opponent cards, which this card attacks all opponent cards receive damage. So, just for an example, let's say this is an AoE. If I attacked any of your cards with this AoE, each card would take 4 damage. So you'd kill 2 cards and bring 1 down to 1, just for an example. Your Vamp, a little bit of a difficult card to learn. Vamp cards deal regular damage and restore power equal to the damage dealt if dealt at the end of combat. It will increase health if the damage death is higher than damage received. So, easiest way to put it is, let's say this is a death card, this 5, and it attacks my 3. It would kill my 3, but instead of my death card taking any damage, it would actually go up to a 7. But let's say this card was a death card and was attacking the same power, it would kill off the creature, but it wouldn't lose or gain any power. But on the fun side, if your vampire is lower than the card that you're attacking, it will lower both, but they won't die. Double, pretty simple. It does double the damage. So when attacking only, if this was a double and I attack this, it would be 4 points of damage. But if this was attacking this, it would only take 2 points of damage. So the double only affects during attacking. Your freeze card, when your card attacks, you can freeze the other card. Damage over time. These cards apply a damage over time effect, which causes the target to take damage at the start of their owner's turn after being attacked. And the damage they're talking about, let's say this was a damage over time, and I attacked this creature, it would take 2 points of damage. Then at their next turn, another 2 points of damage, and it would keep taking 2 points of damage until it died, even if this card's dead. Buff cards. Buff cards will increase the power of all other active ally cards once the cards have attacked a target. So, if I use this 2 buff on this 4 creature, my 4 and my 3 will go up to a 6 and a 5. Your death card. Death cards deal instant kill. They instantly set their target owner to 0, removing it from play, which means no matter what you attack. So if this is a level 1 death, I can kill anything higher than that automatically. Your defend card. Defend card protects the cards to the right or the left of it, or both in the middle. For damage, AoE can still deal damage to cards protecting other DEF as long as it attacks the DEF card. DEF will not defend other defend cards. Mimic cards will copy the ability of a card directly across from it when attacking. Mimic copies the abilities of attacks. Therefore, their card is mimicked or defense. So if you're copying another mimic, it's just damage. If you're trying to copy a defend, you can't, so it's just damage, is what it's saying. So, let's go ahead and play. And it's my turn first. So, I have a 2 death. They have a mimic, a double. And if you can't see what the ability is in the top right, just left clicked on info. And this is another 4 mimic. So what I think I'm going to do is use my 2 buff on their 5 double. My card dies, so the next one comes out. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to kill off all 10 of their cards before you lose all of yours. So now it's their turn. And right now they have a 4 mimic. Because it's mimicking my ability. So I'm going to take my 4 vamp, attack their 1 mimic, and its hit points is now going up to 7. They're going to take their buff and attack that 7 vamp. And you see their opponent cards has gone up in points now because of that. So now they have a 9 mimic vamp. So what we want to do is take the 5 double and take out that 9 mimic before it becomes a big problem. So they have a defend card that came out that's blocking their double and their damage over time. They're going to take their damage over time and kill my double off. So the only thing I can do right now is get through this card. So we are going to take a 5 damage and knock out their defend. They have a level 4 AoE, and they're going to attack my level 1 damage card. That 4 points of damage gets spread out across my cards, and they only lose 1 health off that AoE. So if I don't kill off that AoE, that's, you know, another 9 points of damage. So what we want to do is use the... we want to use my AoE against theirs, spreading out 9 points of damage. They have another AoE that just came out. They are attacking my lowest card, spread out that points of damage, and it... So, I think I messed up somewhere around there. Not a problem. So, we're going to take the 4 freeze and attack that 5 AoE. And they are going to take their 5 buff and go after that damage over time, and they've already won. It's just cleanup from now, so I'm going to take my damage and attack their buff, and the other opponent wins. But now you see how the game is played. To replay or to reset your tables, all you have to do is left click and hit reset game, and the games are ready for another match or for the next game. Thank you for watching.